We got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. Got to do a better job sustaining some drives, giving ourselves some more manageable situations, and find a way to get more points. Don't ever want to turn the football over. Don't want to start the game that way. Obviously, got to do a better job of trying to just get down maybe in that situation and let us punt the ball away. But not a great way to start the game. I was proud of the way we battled back, and then we just weren't able to sustain, enough stuff to score enough points.
Matthew, Coach McVay said he basically said you need more help. How do you turn this around and be able to get back on the winning track?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is, moments like this, you look inward and you say, what can I do? What can I do more of? In the NFL, the margins for victory are really small, and our margins are really, really small at this moment. And we just gotta. That's not something that you go out there and go, okay, we gotta play tight. We gotta make sure we make one mistake in a game, or we don't hit this or that or whatever. Game's over. That's not the case. But you just gotta have that focus and concentration, and understand that every play is a huge play in the game, and we gotta find a way to make sure we execute on more of those plays. Give ourselves a better chance to win.
Can you help us understand a little better about where the disconnect's coming in the running game?
I'll have to go look at the tape.
You've been sacked 21 times this year. How are you physically feeling?
I feel okay. It's part of the game.
Matthew, how much do you miss a player like Andrew on the offensive line?
Whitworth? Yeah, he was a heck of a player, Hall of Fame player, left tackle, great player. I thought Joe's done a really good job this year. There's been a lot of guys dinged up front for us. I think, guys have done a really nice job having to come in mid-game the last couple games and try to spell some guys that have had some things. So, that's part of it. Everybody in this league is going through something. When it comes to that kind of stuff, it's hitting us a little bit up front right now. But all the trust and confidence in the world of those guys to go out there and keep working together, keep communicating, find a way to fix it, and go play some good football.
How difficult does all that turnover make it to function?
I think, it's probably a bigger challenge for those guys up front than it is, for me. I'm not in combination blocks with those guys. I'm not, communicating, some of the verbal, nonverbal stuff that they do up front. I mean, it's always a challenge whenever you have new guys in new spots, but it's professional football. We're used to those issues happening, and we just got to do a better job of executing.
Sean and a couple of your teammates have talked about it's a matter of execution. How do you fix that, whether the film room on the practice field?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just you don't snap your fingers and fix them. You got to continue to work. I mean, what's the only thing you can do to try and get better is to continue to work at a high rate. And I know all the guys in this locker room will do that. I know our head coach is going to do that, and all the coaches on the coaching staff. So, it's disappointing to lose football games. There's no question. Not play as well as you possibly can, and all those things. But I do have a lot of trust and confidence in the guys in our locker room, to do everything within their power to get this thing turned around.
Pressure, I mean, obviously every play tells its own story, but when you have pressure coming at the rate that it's coming consistently, how does that change what you guys are able to do on offense?
I think we played two really good fronts the last 2 weeks, and they presented some unique challenges, each one of them. I thought we had great game plans going into both, and I think Sean, like you guys said, had touched on it. It's just about execution, and going out there and executing it at a little bit of a higher level. Obviously, the better pass rush, the better the defense most likely. That's kind of how it goes, and those guys are playing really well. I got to give Dallas a lot of credit.
How about mentally? I mean, how do you guys eliminate some of the mistakes that are making it even more difficult to execute?
Yeah, I mean, that's all part of, the weekly process. It's the weekly process of, understanding what we're supposed to do out there. And when we get those opportunities to get those reps in practice or talk about them in a meeting room, make sure we do everything we can to make sure that the next time we're out there on Sunday that those things are executed at a high level. And then it's about going out and trusting yourself on Sunday, trusting the teammate next to you, no matter who it is, to do his job, and for that you're going to work together to get the collective job done. And I know we have the right guys in the locker room. We got the right coach, right coaches on the staff to write this thing and get it going in the right direction.
Just a couple more guys.
I'm sure we'll look at everything. I think all we're trying to do is, create as good a matchups as we possibly can and go from there.
The best quarterbacks obviously aren't as efficient when they get less time. Do you find that you're looking quicker because of the less time you've had?
I think it kind of depends. I try to continue to just go through my progression. It kind of depends on what I know the defense is doing. I mean, if they're bringing 5-on-5, then your clock speeds up a little bit, just understanding that everybody's one-on-one everywhere, and your receivers should be able to, win a little bit quicker with no hole help or things like that. So each play is a little bit different, but I try to be as consistent as I possibly can to just click through my progressions and get the ball to the appropriate guy.
Does this feel similar at all to the the 3-game losing streak you guys went through last year, or is this completely different?
I don't know. I don't like to compare. Just trying to live in the moment, figure out what can I do better to help this team, and I don't want to sit there and think about things that have happened last year, 10 years ago, whatever it is. Just do everything I can to be here and now for the guys in that locker room, for our coaches, for everybody, to try to do whatever I can do to help us be better.
All set?
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.